All right, how does that sound? We are back, baby. We are back. Welcome back to the All Hart Barbell training stream. I have been away. Working our way up to 4 doubles at 370 pounds. Overall, training's been going pretty good. I am not going to complain, actually. Although I have been skipping my streams, I have not been skipping my workouts. And yeah, in general, I've been feeling strong. In general, I've been feeling strong, and I think we're in pretty good shape to hit some PRs at the end of the year, I would like to say. Wish I could just walk there. Such is life. Such is life. How's that going? Camera's locked back on me. So we're gonna use this band here. One more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. All right. Okay, get the barbell rolling. Whew. Me shoulders are tight. Damn. It's all good. Definitely out of practice, I'll say that. Definitely had a really good rhythm going, but not anymore. So, a common question that I've gotten is, what do I do when I miss a workout? So I've missed a workout my previous week. I'm on a 3-day workout split, and it's pretty simple. I just simply go to that workout. I'm not skipping that workout and going to my bench day. I'm still getting in that leg day, and then I'm continuing on in the same sequence. Just because you miss Tuesday, which might be your back day, doesn't mean you don't get your back day in that week. It means that the next time you come into the gym, you do your back day, and you continue in sequence from there. Or at least that's how I like to do it. It means that the following week, I gotta get in an extra workout, and at that point in time, I'll be right back on schedule. Okay, so let's just keep rolling. We'll add some weight. Whew. Can not get over how tight those shoulders are. Alright, anyway, hope everyone's having a good Friday. It's been a busy week, but I've had a good week. Work's been very productive. I've been getting a lot of jobs done. And the workouts are humming along, so not a lot to complain about. Not a lot to complain about. The only thing I have to complain about is I've missed my streams 2 weeks in a row, which really sucks, but we're back. I'm still new to this. I'm just going to keep on using that excuse for a few more months at the very least. At the end of the day, streaming is a priority, just lower than work and family and friends. So if those things come up, I'm going to prioritize them, which I think is completely normal and healthy. Okay, add some more weight, and we'll keep on rolling. Okay. Hello. Okay, well, we're there again. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. Lots of technical difficulties. Such is life. Guess I'll just have to watch that a little better. Okay. The heck? Ooh. Belt's feeling a little snug. Yeah. Oh, Rune Buddy is back, slacking again. There we go. Okay, microphone's doing all right. Wonder how bad that was. How long that was. If you've ever thought about getting a belt, this is a great option. This is the A7 lever belt. The lever is... Alright, that looks better. We're gonna be fighting that all day. I wonder... Much what? Much what? Yeah, that microphone, much better. Yeah. I have an idea of what's going on, but it's still quite annoying. I'm gonna have to do some more reading on what I can do to fix that. Because it didn't happen for a few streams, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it started happening the last couple streams, so... Quite annoying. Quite annoying. Okay. Let's see if it can survive a squat. All right. Oh, that did not move smooth. Oh. Out of shape. Alright, 335 to 170 is a 25-pound difference. If I go to 355, I think that's a good jump. And what are you doing, Chicklet? Are you reading? Are you reading and listening to Twitch, watching Twitch? Reading and cuddling with Charlie. How about London? As is tradition, she is unloved. She's on the couch. I suppose that's fair. If you, you should check out the stream from YouTube, just for funsies. Wookie. Thank you. All right. Okie dokie. What do we think, Chicklet? How does that sound? Good? Good on the YouTubes, you're saying? on both. That's lovely. Lila sent me a message and said that she loves the picture where the crop was growing out of my ears. Probably is the best picture, to be fair. Either that or I'm very partial to the tree picture. The tree picture is very good. I'm going to adjust the top end of the microphone. Chicklet, if you could just let me know how my voice sounds. Like, how does it sound down here? Does it sound too quiet down here? A little quiet. How about right here? Does it sound too quiet here? Better, but still quiet. So it has to be all the way up here for it to sound good. This is it at the top end, but this is like... There's a lot hitting the red from this part here, so I'm worried that the microphone's going to cut out. We might just have to roll with it, though, unfortunately. But not as loud as before. Yeah, I think I might just have to deal with it, unfortunately. I will look up that setting afterwards, but for the time being, I think that's as good as it's going to get. Okay, how about we do our first working set, though? How about we do our first working set? So 370 pounds for a double. Equipment exercised. Great to see you back. Great to see you back. Thanks for stopping by again. I'm sorry, but I am having some serious microphone issues tonight, so just bear with me. Basically, you're going to hear static if things start going wrong. I do have the visual on my end to verify that it is doing that, but I combined both chats on screen. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I figured that out. Honestly, the last time that I streamed and you were in the chat, I honestly thought that I had this feature figured out, but clearly I didn't. So I got it now, which is very nice. Audio is crisp now. That's good. That's very good. I'm gonna leave it at that. Chiclet said it might be a little low on my end, but I think I'm just gonna have to leave it like this because, yeah, we've been having issues. I can fix it. If it starts becoming really staticky, just let me know in the chat and I'll fix it. I've had to do it a few times today, and then I'm gonna have to look up a more permanent solution moving forward. But anyway, how have you been doing? Equipment exercised? How's the last couple weeks been? I have been away, obviously, but still getting my work in. Could be a mic gain issue. I know I've watched a YouTube video on it before, so I know it's possible to fix it. I just I didn't really think it was an issue because my first few streams it wasn't an issue, and then all of a sudden this one and a previous video that I recorded, it became an issue. So who the heck knows? We'll be able to fix it though. Just won't be doing it live on stream tonight. But yeah, we are squatting again today. I have a phone volume at 60%. So don't worry about your end for today. Okay, great. Great, great, great. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. I've missed streaming. I felt guilty not doing it, but I did say earlier, at the end of the day, I gotta kind of prioritize life, and life definitely got in the way of streaming. So still got my workouts in, but just wasn't able to do it at the regular times that I hope to do it, but overall pretty good. I think we might as well get in our second set of squats here and we'll keep rolling. Hart, that's moving pretty good. Alo, how you doing? Good to see you. The whole gang is back. Very good to see everyone. I'm doing very well. How are you doing, Alo? Every time you hear you got either burpee or Bulgarian split squat. That is bad news. Let's see if I can Google it right now and fix it. So you think mic gain issue. So let's see, what if I do this? Microphone in OBS hitting red and producing static. When a microphone in OBS hits the red zone and produces static, it's usually due to the audio input being too loud or picking up too much background noise. To fix this, first ensure your correct microphone is selected in OBS audio settings. Okay, we got that. Then lower the microphone's input level in OBS until the volume meter stays out of the red zone. Even when you're speaking at your loudest, if the static persists, investigate and reduce background noise sources like fans or other electronics near the microphone. Okay, still remember the drill. Okay, so I have it lowered to here, which I'll try there. That's kind of what I've been trying, unfortunately. So that's still that. Okay, we'll do one burpee. We'll do one burpee. Don't know if I like that rule, but that's definitely a good way to force me into getting that fixed. Forgetting something? I did my burpee. Am I forgetting something else? Nice. Wasn't for you tough. Was for sure. Was for us. I gotcha. What has everyone been up to? Have you guys been training? How's life been? Anything exciting? I have actually an exciting story. So, like, I'll complain about this all stream long, but I've missed 2 streams in a row now. Try to think of a clue. Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. Anyway, I've missed 2 streams in a row, 2 Friday streams in a row, which kind of killed me. But ultimately, I was very busy, and I do flooring. I know I've talked about this in a previous stream. I run my own flooring business, and I hired a new apprentice today. Well, yesterday actually, and I've been with him he's been working with me for 2 days now. So I'm really hoping that having that extra person will help free up some time so that I'm not so busy. That first stream that I missed 2 Fridays ago, I ended up working a 93-hour work week, and I was just absolutely bagged. Last week, I definitely took some time back. I didn't work that much. I was probably around the 60 to 70 hour range, which is kind of normal for me. I don't like to complain about that. That's not too bad. But yeah, having him I think is going to be a big help for me and help me reprioritize some of this stuff. I failed 75 hard for the 12th time. Whew. Yeah, 75 hard feels like it would be a challenge, to say the least. So now I'm doing 1 hards on my 12th 1 hard. Okay, yeah. I like the idea of 75 hard. I actually have one friend who's done 75 hard a couple times. I just don't necessarily believe in the philosophy of the 75 hard. I don't see the purpose of working out 75 days in a row. I think it's a big ask for a lot of people. I like programs that are sustainable in the long term. So, a workout program that does 3 days a week and something that you can follow for 3 years, or ideally the rest of your life, I think is so much better than forcing 75 hard for 75 days. Talking about challenge, got an idea already? Alo, I'm so lost. I do not know. You said come up with a clue and got an idea already for a challenge. I have no idea what you're talking about still. You're gonna have to simplify it for me. Equipment exercise. What even though 75 hard is not my favorite thing, what was your favorite part of 75 hard? I know that they do reading for 75 hard. I know that there's like a couple other like personal challenges in the 75 hard. So what were you enjoying the most in that challenge? Yeah, no, alright, all good. The shoulder stretch one. Oh, okay, I remember. I haven't been doing that at all. But, again. Ugh, that one's not so bad. This one, still not good. Still not good. Nothing enjoyable about 75 hard. Don't do it then. Don't do it. Sounds way better than it actually is. The best workout routine is the one you're going to do. And if you aren't going to do 75 hard, don't frickin' do it. Easy as that. That's not the one. Oh, this one. Still can't breathe through it very well, though. I remember. I'm a little spaced out, Alo. We'll do some more, but let's get some squats in. Oh. Whew. Yes. That. Another burpee, unfortunately. Did you wrap turf around the stall mats? Those look sick. Yeah, so these actually, they're just loose laid in here, hey? So, I decided to just leave them loose because I wanted to be able to like clean underneath them, but I have it cut out so that it can go right around. Just because I didn't want to rub the rubber matting all the way to the back, because I didn't want that crease in it. It's in general, I'm pretty happy with it overall. Don't like seeing that seam there, but that looks better. Okay, we got another burpee, unfortunately, though. There we go. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're audio back here. I mean the shoulder stretch challenge one. I have certainly not been doing my shoulder stretches, Alo. I've definitely been slacking. It won't eat into your squats. Yeah. The shoulder stretch is way better than the burpees. The same way you did like last. Like attempt it after 1 or 2 heavy workouts. I gotcha. Yeah, we can keep rolling with that. I don't mind that at all. I need people to keep me accountable to stretching because I certainly don't do it enough. So I am certainly game for that. I think what I'll maybe try and do for this stream in particular is I think I'm going to try and mute the microphone while try twisting, then pushing the receiver in fully, then pulling out the tiniest smidge. Could be the connection later if the audio pops again. It's how's that sound? Better. Better. Okay, we're gonna mute the game volume. We're just not even gonna worry about that today. I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm gonna try and mute this microphone while I'm lifting to see if that helps. And hopefully we can get a little bit of frickin' consistency out of that. Crisp. Okay, well, let's try that. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Adjust input level. Consider using a physical if you can provide more precise control over your microphone's input level. Cable issues, Windows audio settings. Yeah, I'll watch some YouTube videos. We'll watch some YouTube videos after the stream tonight. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna go today. We're just gonna have to keep on doing that. Maybe we'll switch this to the other side and just see what happens. I got a little bit of background noise coming from the furnace, or not the furnace. Furnace isn't on. Guess the blower is on today. We'll try that. Shaktil, you with us? Alyssa is gone for the evening. She's reading a book, so she's gone. Can you hear London crying in the background? What are you whining about, cat? Where are you? Oh, you're up there. Okay, how about we do our last set of squats? We'll see how the audio holds up. I'm gonna mute it for this set and unmute it when I'm done and see how that works. Then we'll go from there. All right, how does that sound? Still not staticky, great. Okay, I saw another person entered chat, but I can't see the whole list if they don't chat. Yeah, oh yeah, Alyssa was all the way at the beginning. Yeah. Alyssa is, Chicklet. Look of frustration is right. I don't get it. Nothing's changed. But way of the road. But yeah, Shaktil is Chicklet. So you might have seen Chicklet chatting in from Twitch. But Shaktil is my fiance, Alyssa. So she was kind of helping me out with some audio issues at the beginning there that we obviously haven't addressed. So that's who that is. Channel your fury. No kidding. That's actually a great idea. That's the last of our squats though. So we are going to be swapping out to some bench pressing now. Thank goodness. That's enough of that. and we are going to be doing close grip bench, 6 sets of 3 at, what is it, 85 kilograms. All right. What an awful quality stream. You folks are troopers sticking it out with me here. I don't want to know. I don't think I want to make myself known as the guy with the static, the stream static. I don't think that's good quality stuff. Like those hard days, gym days where we don't listen to music, just grind away. Good enough for me. That's the right attitude to have. Okay, I will try and take off these weights without having more audio issues, but don't have much faith. Hello, hello. Oh, look at, we're still working. Yeah. it's gonna cooperate here. So far, so good. I have the volume set pretty low. Ugh. All right. No issues there. We did it. Hello. Not a bad idea, actually. So, this set, I sure hope it's not a faulty mic for one, because these mics are brand new. But the good thing about this is, actually, that this comes with two mics. So, this was the mic that I was using. Zero audio. Zero audio. Can you hear me now? Looks like on my end there's audio. Oh, there's audio now. Okay, cool. So the nice part about this is there's actually two microphones here. This is the one that I was using, and I just swapped out to this one here. So it's designed to have a couple different mics, so that if you want to have two people running, you can have two people running on the same receiver. So maybe just swapping out the mic is a good call. I'll try that. Looks like it's performing for the time being. So that's not a bad call. Hopefully not a faulty mic. Hopefully it's not already not working, but we'll see how she goes. This actually looks pretty good. Keep this set up for a while. Yeah, I think we might be able to make that rock. That would be good news, bad news, I suppose, hey? Good news is all it took was switching out the mic. Bad news is my brand new microphone's maybe not working correctly. But, okay. Our RuneScape buddy ain't working. Let's get him back up and running. Maybe increase the gain bit by bit, but much later. Yeah, I agree. I think that that's a good call. I kind of did just a small bit as I swapped out here, and it actually looks like it's doing better. I won't love that. But it does look like that could be the ticket. Okay, no big deal. We will move on to close grip bench press. 6 sets of 3. Oh yeah, a little bang of the barbell didn't even cause anything. I think we got it exercised. I think that's gonna do it. Very annoying. Very annoying that that's what's causing the issues. Yeah. Okay, good now. Barbell clang was crisp. Ha. Well, okay. That's good news. Let's not worry about that. That's a good news. Alo still here. You guys are troopers. You guys are the real MVPs. That is some good work by you guys. I feel sad. Is it still under warranty? You know what? Like, it's an Amazon product, and Amazon is pretty good at returning things. So, yeah, I think we'll be in good shape. Like, if I really want to do it, I probably can. Like, for example, maybe I shouldn't advertise this to the entire internet, but one time way back in the day, Alyssa and I borrowed a cooler from my parents, a Yeti cooler. They're very nice coolers. They're like probably $200. It's like a kind of a medium soft shell cooler. And we used it to transport some food back from my parents' place, who was living 4 hours north of us at the time. So my mom made me pierogies, basically. So we threw the pierogies in the cooler, and we drove it back to Regina here. And we ended up forgetting this food in the back of Alyssa's vehicle for way too long. I want to say a couple weeks. And when we opened it up, the cooler was just trashed. It was gross. It had like mold growing in it. It was smelly. And Alyssa scams Amazon all the time with returns. So she basically ordered the same cooler and returned to the old moldy cooler, and there was nothing wrong with that on Amazon's end. They just fully refunded it. No questions asked. So I don't even think this would be an issue, considering this is an actual problem. Hey, they should take the microphones back if they're not working. I've only used this for like 6 streams. So if that's already not working correctly, I'd say it'd be no problem returning that, quite frankly. I did notice that they actually came out with a new Hollyland Lark. I think there are 3 now, because this is the Hollyland Lark 2. So they just came out with a new version of it like within the last month, which I wanted to be annoyed about, but I was happy with these microphones, so I guess I don't care at the end of the day. As long as the microphone works, I'm happy. But now we're in this boat, so we'll maybe think about upgrading. What in the world? Yeah. So like, Alyssa, do you guys even shop on Amazon? Like, I wasn't a big Amazon shopper before I started dating Alyssa, and she loves Amazon. She'll order all her clothes off there, everything basically. And like, she orders food off there clothes off there all the time. She'll order several different sizes, try all the sizes on, whichever one she likes the best. She'll keep that one and then return everything else. They're impervious. You know what? Like, it wasn't, honestly. Like, it was stained. It was molded. So I was a little surprised. It honestly, I like, like, it sounds bad, but it probably could have been longer than 2 weeks. It probably could have been closer to a month. You think we would have cleaned it out by then, but we certainly did not. So everything, I suppose, has a spoiling point. Alyssa Shackle, 1974. It's pretty dope. She's not that old, so I don't know. 1974. I'll have to look at that. I don't think she has a gym playlist. She doesn't like the gym at all, to be fair. She likes to do classes, so like she likes spin class. She's not doing much spin class right now. We have this thing called bar here, and it's kind of like Pilates and ballet type thing. She's doing that right now. Could have returned. I didn't. Yeah, maybe, maybe that would have worked. I feel like that would have certainly outed myself. No returns after that for sure, but hopefully the views from the video could pay for a new Yeti cooler. Ugh. Yeah, bar is brutal for thighs. Yeah, gyrotonics is another one. That one I haven't seen, but yeah, Alyssa says she does a lot of like little pulses with bands and half squats and all kinds of stuff like that. But she likes that. Yeah, because again, she doesn't like going into the gym. She doesn't like lifting weights. She doesn't like doing cardio. She'd much rather do an activity. So that's what she enjoys, which is perfect. You don't need to be in the gym. Don't need to be in the gym banging around weights if you don't enjoy it. Again, back to the 75 hard thing. The best exercise routine is the one you're going to do. And if she ain't going to be in the gym, she might as well be doing bar or volleyball or golf like we like to do in our spare time. Looks like everything is working correctly. Very happy that we got that mic thing sorted out. Nobody likes cardio. Crazy people like cardio. But yeah, I think deep down they don't like cardio. You'd have to like it a little bit though, hey? If you're running marathons or just jogging on a regular basis, you have to enjoy that a little bit, I feel like. Be very hard to just bang away at cardio without enjoying it in some way, shape, or form. There was a time when like I'd go, we have this like lake in the city with good trails around the lake, and there was a time when I was a little younger where I didn't mind running around the lake. I think cardio is a heck of a lot better when you're outside enjoying some nature and stuff like that, as opposed to just running away on the treadmill. That's boring as heck for sure. Stairmaster's boring as heck. But being outside, I can appreciate that a little bit more. Never got runner's high. I don't know if I tough to say. Tough to say. There was a day back when I was doing sports and doing that kind of running, and I used to be a pretty decent runner. And I can't really say that I ever really enjoyed it, but I would go for runs, and I'd be able to finish a race or a run strong, like on a sprint, even though I've been jogging the whole time. And after that last sprint, maybe it's a runner's high. I don't know. I don't know what that feels like, I guess. Maybe I have felt it before, because I've definitely felt good and rewarded after a run before, but tough to say. Tough to say. I don't know exactly what they mean by a runner's high. Yeah, I like being outside. Okay, so like being outside is fun for me. Okay, let's get this workout going again here now that the audio's solved. Can get productive again here. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think we talked a little bit about it one of the most recent streams. Neither of you are NFL fans, hey? There was NFL preseason kicked off last couple weeks. I watched a little bit of football before this, and it was pretty good. I missed football. So that'll be very good for the next little bit here. Our RuneScape buddy is slacking again. Let's get him up and running. So I guess we can probably turn on the volume again, see if that works. Don't forget to keep timing yourself for a shoulder stretch challenge to catch your progress. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Yep, all my NFL news comes solely from me. That's fair. That is fair. Well, preseason week 1 was today. What happened? Anthony Richardson, the Colts quarterback, dislocated his finger. That was pretty nasty. You could see his pinky just pointed in the wrong direction. That looked not so great. So that's not good for him. He could have a hard time playing football with a dislocated pinky. What else happened? My favorite team is the New England Patriots, and their very first play, they returned for a touchdown. Their brand new rookie running back, who I'm excited to watch. I'll actually be seeing him live first week of September. Brace yourself, Halo. All hearts up in the mic gain. Should we? Let's do it. Guess he can't malaho no more. Mahalo. I don't know that word. I do not know that word. Mahalo. Mahalo. Thumb up, pinkies down. That's what this is called? No, it would be like, his pinky would be like way out to the side. Something real weird like that. It was pretty nasty. It's gonna need a splint, yeah. You're so calm, Hart. That chat lag is about 4 seconds. Oh boy, that's gonna need a splint. Did you look it up? Did you look at the injury? Anthony Richardson, Indianapolis Colts. If you Google that or YouTube that, you'll see. Don't leave the stream, but but yeah, it doesn't look good. Oh no. I am so sorry. We were doing so good. We were doing so good. I don't know what happened there. I'll turn back down the audio gain. We got cocky, I think. I think you're right. File that Amazon return ASAP. Yeah, I guess that's our only option, hey? I have to assume that's the case. So disappointing. So disappointing. Old Style Pilsner Tourism Department. Is that actually a thing? Old Style Pilsner. It doesn't say tourism department there, does it? Huh. Use this live stream as evidence. Yeah, no kidding. Yes, not the best. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I feel like I don't know. There's a part of me that doesn't want to believe that it's the microphones. There's a part of me that really doesn't want to believe that it's the microphones, just because they've been working well for a while. And I did quite a bit of research and just kind of looking into it, and these microphones are pretty highly recommended. There's like 2 microphones at the top end of most people's recommendations lists, and this is one of them. What's the other one? JGL or something like that, which is probably the more common one. I could consider using that one, but I just kind of liked the look of this one. But such is life. Okay, let's get our first set of bench in here and see if the microphone holds up. Well, that was a good bang of the barbell, and that didn't seem to work. You have an eye ear witness. Yes, I'm calling y'all in as witnesses if there's any court proceedings, for sure. That barbell banged pretty hard there, and that didn't cause any issues with the microphone, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Such is life. So yeah, I think I'll do one more work day this week. I'll work tomorrow, and then I'll take Sunday off. I'm probably waking up tomorrow early morning for another workout before work, and then Sunday I'll get in another workout, and then that should catch me up, and I'll be able to start a fresh week the following week. How many workouts are we in now, actually, on this current program? Ooh, we got a new follower. Katayama. Oh, you're testing me. I am not going to be able to say that. Kataya Me Yuchi. Whew. You're going to have to help me out on the pronunciation of that if you're in the chat right now, Kataya. Appreciate the follow, though. Yeah, how many workouts are we in? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. This is our 25th workout this program. 25th, 26th, 27th. And yeah, by the end of this week, if all goes to plan, we'll be at 27 workouts in total. So to put that into context, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. Yeah, 8 weeks. 1, 2, 3. 8 is 24. No, 9 is 27. 9 is 27. So that's 9 weeks in total. 9 times 3 is 27 workouts, doing 3 days a week. If we were to do 75 hard, 9 times 7 is, what, 63? You'd almost be done 75 hard in 9 weeks. and you would have done like 2.5 as many workouts as I have done in the same amount of time. And I feel like I've been putting in a decent amount of work. And actually, 75 hard is 2 workouts a day, actually, I feel like. Crazy. Crazy stuff. Definitely not for me. Alright. We're gonna... Actually, no, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get a stretch in. We're gonna do another 45 seconds of our shoulder stretch, and then we're gonna get another set of bench. Big chest, shoulders back. Try and breathe. Katia Maya Uchi. How far off am I? Not for me either, judging from how many times I've failed. I do think you need to pack it in on that one. Got a whole workout plan ahead. Yeah, well, and again, I hire a coach, hey, so I don't even need to plan my workouts if I'm being fair. But that's all right, because like I do program for a few people, and you should have your workouts planned. You should absolutely have your workouts planned if you have a specific goal. My specific goal is to gain strength, hey? And it's very difficult to gain strength, to add weight to your barbell movements if you don't plan out a workout program. It's very challenging to make that progress without it, hey? So you gotta measure your reps, you gotta measure your workouts, and you do that by planning, hey? So very, very underrated. Most people think that just by getting into the gym and going through the motions it's gonna happen, but it doesn't really work that way. It doesn't really work that way. Okay. We're benching. Yeah. Yeah, Alo, if you like to see like all of the workouts, honestly, and you have an Instagram, I post all of my workouts to Instagram. I've been doing it since like 2017, so my Instagram, same as my YouTube, all Hart Barbell, and you can see all of them. I post them as workout logs. Like my Instagram's almost just basically like a training log, a training diary for myself, which is nice because I can flip back to, or scroll back rather, to any year, any month, and see exactly what I was doing for a workout then. And it's really good information. It has returned. Okay, so I don't want to say it, but I have switched back to the original microphone, so we're swapping back and forth now to see how this works out. Because now that both mics are doing it, I don't have a good excuse. Can't blame the first mic anymore. The OG part is the four of us. That's funny. OG YouTube Fujut. OG YouTube Fujut. Really loudly. Okay. 45 seconds. Maybe a minute this time. Getting a little neck stretch in here actually feels good on the traps too. Two hours in. Easily the worst quality stream that we've done since we've started. But the OG4 is still here. Okay. Back to the bench. We're doing 6 in total and we're 2 in already. Never back down, never what? Never give up. Okay, so that worked. That worked for the time being. I think if I ever get emotes on Twitch, we're going to have some type of callback to the exploding microphone days of the Hart Barbell YouTube channel. Gonna have to think that one through. How can we do an exploding microphone? Something like that. And we'll have to get that figured out. Probably a ways away from having emotes, to be fair, but if and when we do, there will be an exploding microphone with the text across it, OG YT FUJUT. right across. That would be serious lore. Yeah, way back in the archives. I feel like we got a little bit of rhythm now, right? Oh, our RuneScape buddy is logged out. We'll have to get him up and running again. And actually doing a few sets of this stretch, I already feel better in it. Goes to show you just have to actually do your stretches for them to work. So I don't know if I've ever shared the story from one of my friends back in Calgary. His name was Brian, and he was one of the personal trainers that I worked with back in Calgary. And he was the stretching guy. He was a former ice hockey goalie, so he could like do splits and stuff like that. He still liked to play hockey, so he wanted to stay in shape for that. But he did like myofascial stretching as a certification. He was always stretching. Really good flexibility in general. And people like me, who are always stiff, would come up to Brian and they'd be like, Brian, my shoulder's tight. Brian, my hamstrings are tight. Like, what should I do? And he's like, well, have you tried those stretches that I offered you last time? Because he would help everyone. He would try and help everyone out. And they would say, no, I haven't really done them. And his line would always be, I've tried nothing and nothing works. Because I feel like that's most of people's experience with stretching. They say they're tight. They look for stretches. They find some stretches that might work, but they never practice them. Because for whatever reason, people just don't like doing their stretches. I've tried nothing and nothing works. It's gonna take a while. Yeah, Brian was a good dude. I miss the guy. Oh. Ugh. Oh, it does feel great to be back. I was really hating that I was missing the stream, so it feels good to be back. And I'll be honest, that audio issues really made it tough to want to keep on going, but I'm glad I trooped it out. Glad you guys came back. Glad you guys have been helping me out. That's a big help. So that's 4 sets in. 4 sets in. I've got 2 more to go. Get some more stretches in. Yeah. And then after bench press, we're going to move into our accessories. I'll have to check and see what coach has on the program. I know for starters, we're going to be doing some tricep extensions. Triceps extension. I always find that's a weird word to say. Like, I always want to say tricep extension. Hello, new viewer. Are you the new subscriber? Do we have a new viewer? Who did I miss? Can you see that in the viewer count, or did someone chat in that I missed? He's back. See ya. How you doing, man? Good to see ya. You joined at the perfect time. Well, I shouldn't say that, but we've made our way through most of our technical difficulties, I'm hoping so. The tiny human icon is at 3 now. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, where should I see that? Can I see that? I should be able to see that. Oh well, that's fine. Yes, thank you. Very happy to be back. My 2-week hiatus is over. And we are back. Part of why I was gone too as well, part of why the Fridays didn't work, like normally I have Fridays protected, but I had talked to you guys about that previous stream about how I got scheduled on those Fridays. So I've completely removed Fridays from my availability at the bartending gig, and now they can't take Fridays away from me. They didn't really take it away from me, they just thought I was available. Some people needed time off. One of the bartenders was taking his kids to the exhibition, actually, is what he was doing, so he wanted the Friday off to take his kid to the exhibition, which is like a fair here in Regina, and then the other weekend he actually had his wife's birthday. It was the same bartender, needed both the days off. So, you know what? Help him out while he was spending some family time. Life could be worse, but that's as much help as I wanted to be. So, took Fridays off the availability. I was trying to keep up with you on IG and YouTube. Yeah, YouTube, I kind of fell off the face of the planet because I didn't really have any material to put out. Like, most of my shorts I make from my live streams, so when no live streams are happening, I don't have any shorts to put out. And then as far as IG goes, I have been getting my workouts in, so I've seen you been liking and watching some of the IG videos, so that's kind of cool. I see you've been posting a little bit myself too, so it's a good way to keep up with me when I can't get to streaming, I suppose. As you see, we're still making some crab chili. Do you think you got shots for this stream? Tough to say. The first hour and a half of this stream, I don't think we got much good information or good clips because we were having audio issues. Equipment Exercise and ALO can kind of attest for that. But this last half of the stream has been a heck of a lot better. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I don't personally clip everything. I pay for a service. It's called Opus Clip, and it just reads through basically the entire stream, and it'll just automatically pull out clips and then I kind of just pick my favorite ones from the clips that it pulls out. So it works really well. So we'll see. I'll upload this file to Opus Clip after we're done, and we'll see what it spits out. I'm a little hesitant to say that we're going to get anything good just because all I've really talked about is my microphone being crap this stream. So we'll see. We'll see at the end of the day. Hey, that's not bad. Hey, that would kind of be funny. Me attempting to stream. Yeah, it does sound good now. I don't want to get too ahead of myself because we have had moments here where it's been performing correctly, and it has done the same thing a couple times on us. So we're just gonna keep on being optimistic and hope it goes well. But RuneScape's still going well. We are just training our strength. Training our strength. We need 33,000 more. What's our strength actually at? We're at 71 strength. So we're doing good. After all, the lore needs its own can of it. You're right. You're right, equipment exercised. I think I can make that work. You are right. Streamer fails for sure. We do want to remember this moment. As frustrating as it has been, in the long term, you got to appreciate the hardships too. Hardships is maybe a little strong word. But, okay, let's keep going. Okay, one more. One more, and we are good to go. Oh, and just as we say that, he stops swinging. What's up here? Can't believe we made it this far. What a journey. You're right, Alo. We've done good. Your poor ears probably owe you all a doctor's appointment to get your ears checked out. You guys can send me the bill. Okay, but we were supposed to check what we're doing next here, because we only got one more set. So yeah, we're gonna do tricep extensions and dumbbell flies after that. That sounds alright. That sounds alright. I already have the cable machine set up for a dumbbell extension, or a tricep extension. And then the dumbbell flies, we'll just use dumbbells. That's easy enough. That's totally cool. I am going to cheat a little bit here. Going to try and make some clips just on purpose here. Do 6 reps of ear training to failure, 2 sets max, as recommended by 9 out of 10 dentists. It could be a commercial. But yeah, I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to do a little bit of clips here on the go. I think I did this earlier, but I can't remember if the microphone was working or not. So we're just going to do it again. So this is the powerlifting belt I use. This one's by A7, and this is a lever belt as opposed to a prong belt. Nice part about the lever belt is it adjusts. And what we do here is these teeth here sit in these hooks here, and then the lever just snaps shut. So this pops on and off really easy. So as you put it on, hook in, lever shut. So much simpler than a prong style belt where you're kind of rigging yourself into it. And the best part about the lever belt, you can pop it open after you're done in your sets. So that's the best way to do it. Not cheap though. Lever belts are probably, I want to say around 300 bucks. But they're worth it because you probably will never need to buy one again. Little off topic, but good to know either way, right? Okay, one last stretch, one last set of bench. You got a question? Sure. Shoot. What do you got for me? Have you got up a Discord? No. No, I have not. I have not done much of anything for my streaming stuff in the last 2 weeks. I've been just making excuses, honestly. But what do you use the Discord for? What is it? Just is that something you use often for other folks, or why do you think it would be useful for us here on this channel at this point in time? Out of curiosity, because I'm not opposed to putting in the effort to get it up and running. I just honestly don't know what we'd really be using it for. Because like I do use Discord in some ways, but very infrequently. I know that most streamers or YouTube channels in general have it. But I don't really know. Wait, if you're Hart, who's Mike? He's the guy that shows up when the microphone stops working. Because, yeah, I use Discord for some voice chatting when I'm playing video games with some of my friends. But that has nothing to do with, like, a channel, if I'm being honest. That's just us popping on into a voice chat and kind of talking. Twitch, and we can chat as a community. You can send in your notifications. Like sometime the notifications on Twitch is okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. No. My name is Mike Hart. You didn't get my name wrong. My full name is Mike Hart. So, Mike. These guys have been calling me Hart here. So, either works. Either works fine. Those are both my names. But no, that's fair. I can look into it. There's no good reason not for me to get it up and running, because eventually I would like to have one. So even getting my name saved and stuff like that, like, I mean, all Hart Barbell has been available on all the platforms, so I can't imagine that it's taken on Discord, but even getting it claimed on Discord would be good for me, just so I have it for the future. And then notifications, I guess. Hey, that's fair. Because basically, if you're in a Discord and you're signed up for notifications, and when I'm going live, I send out a push notification, you get it, is what you're saying. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Okay, let's do our last step. Yeah, Discord is good for community building. Tiered payment system with bots help you too. I think Ko-Fi links gives you the most percentage. Okay, we'll get that going. I'll get that up and running before next week. That's easy enough. I have time. Probably won't set up any payments at this point in time. I don't really want anyone sending me any money for any reason in particular quite yet. I'm gonna build out some coaching services in the long term, but for the time being, I'm just happy to be on here and just kind of getting people out watching, and building a community is fun. It's been awesome having you guys out, and the fact that you guys are returning for streams and we're all getting to hang out and talk, actually it's very cool. I know I talked about that in previous streams, being that I really did miss having a gym community, and coming from a world where I worked in a gym and knew a lot of people in the gym and could walk around the gym at any hour of the day and see familiar faces and say hello and ask how their workouts are going. I really miss that. So this kind of stuff is really, really, really fun for me. I did miss having people to talk exercise with and hang out with in that regard. No, that's fair. Instagram's a good way to do it too. Like, I'm pretty big on Instagram. Are you saying nice shirt or twice shirt? Tiffy time. Who knows what that is? Is this guy slacking again? Jeez. That's a nice shirt. Thank you. This is one of my favorite shirts. I wear this shirt bartending quite often, actually. I get a lot of compliments on it. A Twice fan? I don't know what Twice is. Yeah, I don't know what Twice is. Oh, K-pop band. I have, I couldn't name a single K-pop person, to be honest. Yeah, I couldn't name a single K-pop person. Is that not a Twice shirt? No, this is a wrestling shirt. This is a wrestling shirt. WWE. No. On my end, it looks alright there, Alo. Oh, okay. You scared the heck out of me, Halo. Okay, either way, you have a good night, Halo. It's been good chatting with you, and we'll be back next Friday, so if you're around, stop in again. Yeah, don't be sorry there, Sia. It's all good. Yeah, no, this is a wrestling shirt. There's a wrestler called Tiffany Stratton. She's like a bimbo blonde girl, and she walks out, and she says it's Tiffy time. That's kind of her whole bit. So that's what that is. Ugh. Twice is a K-pop band. You gotta get a kicker. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by a kicker? You used to like John Cena? Yeah, John Cena's actually wrestling right now. Holy, there's a lot of them. What is that? There's like 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them. Do they all sing or are they just all dancers? Back in primary school, I used to follow WWE. Yeah, it's starting to get really popular now that it's on Netflix. Well, in Canada, it's on Netflix. I don't know globally what it's streaming to. I would only watch John Cena. Hey, you know what? He's actually on his retirement tour right now, is what they've titled it. He is wrestling this entire calendar year, basically. And after this year, he's going to officially retire. So it's been good to see him because he hasn't been wrestling for years and years and years. So we get to see him at least once a month right now. I think he has about 12 more shows left before he retires officially. And it's good to see him because that's what I grew up on. I grew up on John Cena too. So it's cool to see him back. Let's get ourselves set up. Okay. So we need to do 4 sets of 8 tricep extensions and 4 sets of 12 on the dumbbell fly. We can handle that. We can definitely handle that. All right. Oh, we can probably go a little heavier there. That's fine. All right, one down. Well, it's nice to see that back a little bit. Symmetry looks all right there. Okay. How are we doing equipment exercise? You still there? Are you getting in your stretches? Sure. What's your question? Go ahead and fire them. Oh, there you go. So I restart working out, right? Hitting pull-up, dip, and push-ups. Okay? Yeah. I opted for burpees and incline presses. Those are good exercise. Well, I like incline presses more than I like burpees for sure. And your shoulder, chest, and arms are so tight. Are they just tight after the workout, or are they tight all of the time is my question. Any stretches that will help? Certainly, certainly. The stretches we're doing will definitely help. So, getting your hands behind your back, interlocking together, reaching down, keep them off your butt. You want a big chest, shoulders back. Try and keep that distance. It's being 4-second lag for YouTube chat. Yeah. It's like being 2-ish days and they're still tight. So you can be sore for several days after a workout, especially if you're not used to working out and adapted from the workout. That's what's called DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So that just means that you're going to be sore in the muscle groups that you exercised for a couple days, a few days. It can last a few days, and that is kind of normal. Stretching them is a great way to help reduce DOMS. So try that stretch. I've been doing it in between exercises right now just for something fun we're doing, because I don't do it in my spare time. So when I'm on camera on stream, it's a great way to remind myself to do it. I've been holding it for 45 seconds. Ideally, I should be able to get that up to 2 minutes, but I'm not quite there yet. So 45 seconds, a minute, minute 15, 1.5 minutes. Eventually we'll get there as long as I keep up with it, but that's the biggest thing. You're not going to find a stretch, do it one day for a couple sets, and have that solve your tightness. You're going to want to find a stretch and stick with it the same way you stick with an exercise program. So find a way to use that stretch or do that stretch 3 days a week, let's say. You don't just want to do it one time right after your workout. Can you run that stretch back again? Yeah, so hands together, interlock, reach down and away, big chest, shoulders back, nice tall upright posture. Looks simple, but it should be effective. Okay, I got a couple more here, but let's see what equipment said. Equipment said I opted for burpees and incline presses. Are you saying you did that today, equipment? Are you saying you did a workout today where you are doing burpees and incline pressing? Yeah. Yeah, and then I'd say the other one that I really like, it sounds like you're doing body weight exercises. What'd you say? Pull up, dip, and push ups. Yeah, so those are all body weight exercise. So are you at a gym? Maybe not. You might be just at home. If you are at a gym and you have a band like this, I really like this one as well for all those muscle groups for stretching. Big chest, wide arms, reach up and over. No gym. Yeah, that's fair enough. If you have good enough flexibility, you can use a broomstick for this actually as well. The band is just a little nicer for people who are tight, but similar. You're trying to get big chest, tall posture, chest proud, shoulders back. Gym membership is expensive, yeah. That's why I built my home gym. Don't have to pay that anymore. Although I don't know if the home gym was any cheaper than a gym membership, to be fair. Oh. Need to get you one of those bands. Yeah, they are pretty affordable. Like you're in Singapore, right? So I don't necessarily know how the world works out there. How far your guys' currency goes. Like on Amazon, you could get a red band like that for, under $10 Canadian dollars. I don't know if that's in your budget. If not, like use a broomstick. I'm sure your family's got a broomstick lying around, and that works too, and that's free. So you should be able to try something like that. Because yeah, the band is nice. Band does feel good, and don't underestimate that first stretch I showed you. It looks simple, but it's sometimes simple is effective. A lot of time people like to overcomplicate things, and it's not necessary, hey? So the stretch we did before without the band, perfectly fine as well. One SGD. I'm going to assume that's a Singaporean dollar of some sorts. One SGD. What is that? Singapore dollar. Yeah, Singapore dollar. So yeah, like if I look that up on Amazon, red band Amazon. Yeah. So resistance band is $10.99 Canadian on Amazon. So, you know, not too expensive. Not too expensive. Again, everyone's kind of got their own budget. I don't know if you are working, you got a part-time job or something like that, how much minimum wage is there, if that exists. But definitely possible to pick one of those guys up. And you can do resistance exercises with them is nice too. It's actually a really nice way to help with pull-ups. Because yeah, can you do pull-ups all the way? One thing, I'll show you this actually. One of my favorite uses of the red band is you can actually loop it over the pull-up bar. Noose it there like that. You can pull it down. Step into it. And now pull-ups are easier. So yeah, that's actually one of my favorite ways to do pull-ups, having a little bit of extra help, a little bit extra resistance at the bottom. That would help you out with dips too, help you get some extra reps once you start fatiguing. It's a really, really underutilized piece of equipment. Heck, if you really wanted to, could get in some curls. Lots you can do. Very versatile piece of equipment. Just a bum. You're not a bum. You're not a bum. Okay. Let's get... Is 26 too late to start working out? Not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Back when I was working in the gym as a personal trainer, I had people coming to me at 60 years old working out for the first time. And I suppose to some degree, you know, your goal could come into effect. Like, what do you mean by too late? Is it too late to become Mr. Olympia? Maybe. Maybe at 26 it's too late to become Mr. Olympia. I don't know if that is a realistic goal or that really should be your goal. But if you're just looking to get in the best shape of your life, you could start that at any point in time. You'd be extremely surprised how much progress you can make by just getting to it. People do amazing things. You know, I just want to look good without a shirt. 26 is not too late to make that happen. Not in the slightest. You can definitely do that. I bet you if you YouTubed it, hey, when the stream's over, go YouTube it. Type in 26-year-old transformation. I bet you there's hundreds of examples out there of people with similar body types to yours getting in phenomenal shape. YouTube 30-year-old transformation, 40-year-old transformation. People can absolutely do it. And if you need a little motivation, just like I said, I love YouTube. I love seeing what's out there. Everyone's sharing their story. Sometimes just seeing other people do it and knowing that it's possible is a great way for you to, light a fire under your arse and get going. Thanks for the encouraging words, mate. Yeah. Hey, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Ugh. Okay, we got one more set of extensions and flies. And then what else do we got? I think we just got some abs. Little bit of hanging knee raises. Good question, actually. Yeah, who's someone that looks good without a shirt, in your opinion? That's a great question. That is an absolute great question. I'd be interested too. Because who were we talking about earlier? Was it you, equipment exercise, that brought up Greg Doucette? Or was that Alo? I have a few, mate, that are good. Greg Doucette's enhanced, but he looks pretty good in my opinion. I don't know. I don't actually know who I think would be. I mean, sort of TikTok guys. TikTok guys, yeah. I'm sure there's plenty on TikTok that look great. I think one person that I follow on YouTube that I know most people believe he is a natural athlete is Will Tennyson. He actually has a fun YouTube channel. He does some fun videos, and he's in phenomenal shape. And, he probably has better than average genetics, but I think that his physique is possible. I know you should not be comparing, but yeah. You know what, people say don't compare, and I get where they're coming from, but, I also don't think that comparing yourself to someone else is inherently wrong. As long as you can keep yourself grounded in reality type thing, are you comparing yourself to Larry Wheels or Hawthorne Bjornsson? apex elite athletes. That's a tough comparison, but you know, at the end of the day, you're only competing with yourself. They say that all the time. I do agree with that, but I don't mind comparing myself to other people as well too, because it gives me a little bit of motivation. I'm a competitive person by nature, and I think that comparing myself to other people is a good way to kind of spark those competitive juices. As long as you're not like kicking yourself about it, hey? If you're kicking yourself about it because you're not those people, I think that's a problem. You just want to be good enough for the girls. Well, you know, if that's what it is, I don't think you need to be in phenomenal shape to be good enough for the girls. I think you'd be surprised as to how little they care about that, to tell you the honest truth. Confidence goes a long way with that. And confidence comes with feeling good about yourself and being happy with how you look, for sure. But I don't think you need to look like the TikTok guys to have some luck with the ladies. Equipment exercise. Who do you think has some good physiques in your opinion? It's a good question, actually. I'm very impressed with that. That's such good insight. Okay. Almost done for the day. A little bit of abs. And we'll be able to call her an evening. Hit the hay. Steve Reeves. Interesting. I don't think I know that name. What does Steve do? Let's find out. Steve Reeves. American bodybuilder and actor. Oh, some golden era stuff. Good choice. Wikipedia. Let's go check him out on Wikipedia. How old? Yeah, he's classic. Yeah, interesting. Mr. America 1947, Mr. World 1948, Mr. Universe 1950. And he's actually a good example because from my understanding, it's pretty likely that he could be natural. That seems like a natural physique to me. Because from my understanding, steroids kind of became relatively popular starting at about 1950. So if he was winning Mr. Olympias before 1950, there's a decent chance he's natural. I agree, that's a good choice. Great shoulders, great V-taper. Very good choice. Yep, 1944 is a good cutoff reference. Yep. Do you watch Jeff Nippard equipment exercise? I know he just, I just watched a video of him kind of unpacking that whole discussion of natural limit and earlier bodybuilding athletes before that time and after that time type thing. Jeff Nippard's he has great YouTube videos in my opinion, and he kind of talked a little bit about that. So you're kind of bang on in regards to what Jeff was talking about in that video. Red Mud Pit and Anabolic Stick calls him out hard. Interesting. I don't know any of those names either. Red Mud Pit. Is this on YouTube, perhaps? An Anabolic Stick. Let's try Red Mud Pit. Real Mud Pit. Real Mud Pit. It's a real small channel. Yeah. Calls out Jeff Nippard hard, are you saying? Why are they lying? Greg Doucette and Jeff Nippard just messed up big time. 49K views 2 weeks ago. Interesting. I'll watch that after. Anabolic Stick. He ruined Jeff Nippard, just ruined his credibility. Wow. 401K views. I think I actually saw this come across my feed from Anabolic Stick. I'll watch that after. I'll maybe we can talk about that next week. From your perspective, would you say that you agree with those two guys in their criticisms of Jeff Nippard? Stopped watching Jeff Nippert a fair while ago. That's fair. I I think I kind addressing but I fell for the addressing the controversy bait yesterday. Fair. I would probably agree. I stopped watching him a fair bit ago. I think in general, if you're putting people on a spectrum of worth watching versus not worth watching, putting out good information versus not putting out good information, I think he generally puts out good information. I don't think any YouTuber really gets everything right anyway, and I think when you put information out there, you're opening yourself out for criticism for sure. You try it for yourself, Hart. 22-pound dumbbell lateral raises. You try it for yourself. 22-pound dumbbell lateral raises. Let's see if we can do it. These are 25s. Probably not well. Probably not perfect by any stretch. I don't know what the reference is, though. I'll have to watch the video. I don't know what you mean by referencing 22-pound dumbbell raises. But I'll watch those videos. We can pop back in next week and see what we think. You're gonna bounce? Alright, that's alright. Thanks for stopping in the stream. Appreciate you coming by. You have fun at church. And we will see you maybe next week. Yeah, absolutely. So what you just did is Hani Rambod training Julian. Oh, I think I've seen... I think I might know what scene you're talking about. Yeah, I think I know what scene you're talking about. I think I've seen that work. Hani Rambod Julian Alvarez. Oh yeah, that's the kid. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that Julian guy, I get why people are worked up about that Julian kid, and Jeff calling that Julian kid natural for sure. Those of us who know what it takes, Julian does not. Yeah, I don't know much about that Julian kid. If I saw him on the street or in a video, which I have seen him in a couple videos, I wouldn't guess that he is natural personally. My vote would definitely be enhanced. I would agree with that. Absolutely, Sia. You have a good night. Ugh. Okay. I think that that's a great spot to call it as well, too. We'll go get some food in here before bed. Maybe watch some wrestling. some Friday Night SmackDown. Again, equipment exercised. Thank you for all the help tonight. You made that stream happen. And we'll be back next Friday. I hope you guys have a good week. Have a good weekend. Enjoy some time. And yeah, I'll be posting hopefully some shorts. Hopefully I got some good clips from this video. And I guess we'll just call it there. I know you're on a little bit of delay. Thank you for your streams, Hart. You are the real MVP, equipment exercise. Thank you so much. Yeah, you bet. You take care.